What is going on, everybody? It's time for the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. I'm excited. TNA Impact Wrestling review for 12/9/2015. It's coming to a close, good people, and then it'll be on Pop randomly here in a little bit. Um, After this show, the show that just aired on Wednesday. They're gonna. I think they're just gonna have some matches. I don't know what their plan is. I think they're just gonna have some match because I saw them like revealing some of the matches they were gonna have for next week. But the World Title Series is not gonna continue until January 5th. So they're gonna like. I don't know if they're gonna like throw some stuff together or what's going on because they're doing some stuff with like the different groups that were in the tournament. So, but let's jump right into it. We started out with a video package on all the matches that we would get, and then we kind of got a video package, which is kind of what we got throughout the night. It was like a tail of the tape type of thing, with whoever's competing against the other person. We got that throughout the night. We started out with Mahabali Shera versus Lashley. I came into this show a little bit like upset because I had already seen the Final Four, so I had nothing to like look forward to. I was just kind of watching the match to see how good they were, and it was unfortunate because I knew my boy Mahabali Share was not gonna make it. There's not gonna be any more shuffling in the tournament at least. But this nonetheless was a good match, especially for two bigger guys, like two guys who are like just not like your prototypical high flying guys, not doing suicide dives and such. This is a good match. It was a good like power versus power struggle with some athleticism thrown in there. Um, at the end of the match, Share would go for the gorilla press, and then he tries to go for the sky high, but it gets reversed into the spear, and Lashley ends up winning. I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm kind of curious to see what they're doing with Lashley because for a while there we were like, so Lashley's just a guy who they're just kind of throwing matches just for some like street cred, I guess, for some wrestling cred, for TNA credit or something. I don't know. Like, and now it seems like they're trying to like build him back up as like the dominant guy. I don't think he's gonna win the tournament. I just feel like they're trying to build him back up. It seems like, but I'm proud of my boy Mahabali Shera for the run he had in the tournament because I like this tournament because it kind of gave some of the younger guys or the guys who haven't had the most prominent singles careers. It gave them a chance to show what they had in singles matches. Any thoughts on Mahabali Shera versus Bobby the Brain? No, Bobby Lashley.
I do have some thoughts on Lovepreet Singh versus Bobby the Brain Heenan. I mean, Jinder Mahal versus Bobby Roode. I mean, whoever was in this match, I don't even know. But no, this was one of the matches that honestly surprised me. I did not expect Bobby Roode or Bobby Lashley to win. It just, like you said, it hasn't felt like they've been really giving him a push. And it feels like they've been trying to give Mahabali Shera a push the past couple weeks, since his debut pretty much. And it's like they just kind of went, oh, okay, let's drop it off now. I thought he would at least make it to, the Final Four, and then obviously get knocked out there. Because we know who's going to be in the finals. They just threw a tournament like we said last week. It's just a tournament in the middle there because why not? But yeah, I was just a little bit surprised with that. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Mahabali Shera now that they kind of dropped his push apparently now, and they're going back to freaking Bobby freaking Lashley because I'm sorry. I like the guy. I just can't take him seriously. He's when he talks, he seems like a nice guy. So I can't think of him as a tough guy. I can't do it. Like I could go out and have a tea party with this guy. Maybe not like it. Listen, tea is really good. You know, if you get some nice tea, you know, maybe especially when you're sick, you know, you get that hot tea. You know, you put a little lemon in there, a little honey in there. You know, it's nice.
Little ginseng. You put a little ginseng in there.
I mean, sometimes I'm not a fan of the ginseng personally. It's just it's not my thing. But you know, if you wanna put the ginseng in your tea, you do that. You do that. I don't know where that was going, but he seems like a nice guy. That's basically what I'm saying. Like I would introduce him to my kids if I had kids or a girlfriend or a life outside of the podcast.
I mean, and now like it seems like he's just a big generic guy now. Like it's just weird to me. Even when they threw the headband on him, I was like, no, he just seems really generic now. There's no like basis to his character anymore. I mean, at least before, like with MVP, at least like talking for him, it felt like there was more to it than it really was. But like now, he just comes out there, throws the arm up, and then runs to the ring, or walks to the ring, like
The
walks
generic
really like
singlet guy without a singlet. That's what he is.
that's what it is. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Hey, you know what? Kurt Angle, the greatest generic single guy of all time. Come on.
Hey, he is not a generic singlet guy. He is a gold medal winner.
With a broken freaking neck.
Heck,
Okay.
likes milk.
Alrighty, let's continue. We would then get a video package on EY and Uno's rise to the tournament. Basically, that tell the tape type of a thing. EY, you know, he doesn't even look like he's going to be stopped. If you look into his eyes, Casey, the fans of this great podcast, look into his eyes. Does he look like? Does he look like he could be stopped? Look into his eyes. Okay, I just like doing that. I don't know what it is, but every time he says that, I'm like, let me look real quick. Let me make sure that Let me look. Let me look from the side because I don't want to look right into his eyes because he's a dangerous man. He might come out of nowhere, power drive me, I'll be dead. No more podcast, at least for me.
See,
So,
but the thing is, see, he wants you to look into his eyes. Tigers don't do that. They attack you from behind. Yeah, that's right. See, you don't mess with a tiger. Also, where's Tigre Dos and Tigre Trace? I always wondered about that. Like they should put like a group together, the Tigres. That would be incredibly racist. Don't do that, TNA. That would be horrible.
alrighty, we got the number one Tiger. We had SmackDown's number one announcer. Now we got the number one Tiger going up against Eric Young. This is the first time in a long time I've actually like wrote his name out. I always write EY, even when I put him like in the match. I'm like EY, EY, EY. But he calls Uno numb. He says he's gonna win at all costs. He tells him to leave. He's like, you know what? Leave this ring. Leave. Look into my eye. I'm sure he said that. I'm sure he said it again. Because that's what EY does. You look into his eyes, and that's what happens. But Uno, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna scoot out real quick. Maybe give me a sip of water. Then I'm gonna come back. Maybe. I'm just gonna think about it for a little bit. Steps out of the ring. EY turns his back. Tigre Uno hits that springboard dropkick, attacking from behind, as Casey said. Look at Casey. That's spot on analysis of Tigre Uno's attack. EY does take control though, starts to celebrate a little bit too early, and Uno takes advantage. Nice catching power slam off the rebound there by Tigre Uno. EY slows down the pace a little bit. Uno thinks he's going to change it up a little bit, speed that pace up just a little bit more, but EY crotches him on the top rope. EY going for the moonsault, which was weird. I had never seen EY do a moonsault, but if Kurt Angle can do it, I tell you, EY can do it as well. EY going for the moonsault, but he misses it, and Hurricane Rana off the steps by Tigre Uno, which looked really cool. Diving little wishbone thing. I didn't know what to call this move, and I heard the commentators say that it was called a wishbone, so I wrote it down because I didn't know. I was gonna call it some kind of crotch leg split thing. That's what I was gonna call it, and we were gonna go with it. But since it's called a wishbone, that's what we're gonna call it. Hurricane Rana from the top rope for 2 on EY. EY hits a nice power bomb though, and followed by the pile driver for the win by the world class maniac Eric Young. EY advances, which I'm kind of happy about. I'm kind of wondering what they're doing with EY because for a while they were kind of throwing him around. He was in limbo a little bit, so I was kind of wondering, especially with heel EY. I think it would be a cool little. It would be weird for him to be like, I'm going after the belt. I'm going after the belt. I'm going after the belt, and to never win it. So I feel like he should win it at some point. I don't think he's gonna win it in this tournament because we already know these things. But anyway, EY advances. Casey, do you have any thoughts that you may have?
I had
Did you look into his eyes? That's the main question. And then after that,
that's the thing. Like, I don't think he wants people looking in his eyes, because then one thing leads to another, and then you have that eye contact for too long, and it gets weird. And then you can't look at each other again when and especially in a workplace environment, that it just gets weird. And then you gotta leave. You gotta try to go to WWE, but every time you're in a match now, you're thinking about EY, and it's just weird. It's just years of therapy, and questioning your sexuality. Really, is what it. Anyway, uh, I forgot where I was gonna go with this, but this was another match that didn't surprise me, but I was kind of upset with the outcome. I kind of, just the way that EY was putting Tigre Uno down and everything. I kind of wanted to see a surprise upset in this. I think that would have been really cool. It would have been something out of the ordinary, kind of, for TNA. They used to do stuff like that all the time, and now they kind of follow this strict guideline again, and it's annoying. It would have been cool to see him, make it to the Final Four. Obviously, lose there, but I get that EY wants the title, but I mean, he had it. He had it. I mean, he had it. He lost it, so that's his fault. That's really his fault. It's not my fault. It's not Dixie's fault. It's not Vince McMahon's fault. It's his fault. Okay, if he didn't lose it, he'd still have it. Think about that one.
hmm, those are some choice words from
That's
KZ
that's
over
deep.
there.
Yeah.
That stung a little bit. I'm sure EY's watching this and it stung. All the
My
EY fans, all the millions of EY fans, are probably
house
hurting.
tonight. Hey, what you doing here? I'm sorry about what I said, but it's true.
Next, we get a video package on Matt Hardy and Jesse Goddard's their road to the round of eight, kind of similar to the rest of the video packages. Matt Hardy would give Jesse credit in an interview, but talk about how the only man in TNA is going to be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, twist the fate and win. EY comes back again because EY, he's so famous. He gets two promos in one show. So, EY comes back and he says, or maybe even three. I think we count this as three, technically. EY, he talks about how he gave him a chance, and the beating that he gave him was his fault. Any thoughts on any of those little intermediate before match, before the next match type of things going on?
Not on that one, but now I think about it, I forgot to mention the that kind of pre-match promo that he did have before the match with Tigre Uno. I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but the camera cuts seemed weird. It seemed like they edited something out, or just the weird editing. I don't know. I noticed that. I was like, it just seemed weird. It seemed like the camera cut too soon or something like that. But TNA does that all the time. But I every time I see EY in a promo, all he says is, "Look into my eyes," and I don't want to. We explained this before. If I look into your eyes too long, it's going to be weird. You need to stop telling me to do that. And I want the happy EY back. I want the happy EY that had a fishing show and was happy.
All right. The happy EY may return. I don't know. I'm not sure. But let's continue. We got Jesse Goddard versus Matt Hardy. I'm gonna give you the last two matches because you gave me two matches before, and I'm gonna give you two matches tonight because I feel like, I feel it's the season. Tis the season to give two matches to someone and to be jolly and Casey. The next match, which is Jesse Goddard versus Matthew. Probably not Nero, but something just as weird. Hardy.
I I think it's Matthew Moyer Hardy. I think.
What is that? Why is that a name?
I
Like Nero and Moyer. Why? What? Like why?
think.
It's not even a real name. Come on.
I don't know. Ask his daddy. Say, hey,
Matt's daddy. Jeff's daddy. Why? Matt's mama. Why? Come
Mr. Hardy,
on.
why would you do that? I have an issue with your son's middle names. Anyway, speaking of Jesse Goddard's, he is one gift that I would return to the store immediately. Christmas night, I would bang on the door. I'd be like, "Take it back. I don't want it, because I don't want it." But anyway, I actually like this match. I like Matt Hardy in matches like this because I feel like Matt Hardy sells really well, especially, the kind of, not that Matt Hardy's an underdog or anything like that, but, we got to see him kind of, having to overcome Jesse Goddard's a little bit, which, I mean, that's not really hard. All you got to do is, touch his face, and he's like, "Oh God, not the face. Why would you touch the face? Oh, why the moneymaker? Oh," or you make fun of his spray tan or something like that, and
Wait a minute. We all know how to defeat Jesse Goddard's. I mean, I could come in and defeat Jesse Goddard's. All we gotta do, you gotta go in. You gotta log on to WWE 2K16. You gotta go to that crucifix drill and make sure you got it down, and then you good. That's all you gotta do. Hit that crucifix is over.
why, why are you giving the secrets away? It's been long enough that people might have forgot. Now everybody's gonna know.
There ain't no need. There ain't no need to forget. Never forget.
Never forget the crucifix. You can't beat it ever. I think they should bring that back. Just have everybody do crucifix on Jesse Goddard's. He'll never win again, and it'll be great, and I'll be happy. Book it, TNA. But yeah, this was a good match. It was kind of boring in a sense because we already knew who was going to win, because we already know who's going to be in the finals. I don't know how many times I got to say it. It's going to be Matt Hardy and EC3. That's it. There's no other options. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be. That's it. Any thoughts on this match that we already knew the outcome of? But, we watched it anyway because it's going to be Matt Hardy and EC3.
I don't think my mic's working anymore.
Oh, it is. It is.
Okay, it is. Okay, I was a little scared. I can't, like, my levels are being really weird, and I don't know what's going on. But you know, I was excited for this match. I just wanted. I knew Matt was gonna win. Based on Instagram pictures. I knew who was gonna win just coming into it, but I was excited to see. Once again, this is kind of the show of me seeing how good matches were. And I just kind of wanted to see, how good Jesse Goddard would be because I feel like, I like the little singles. I don't know if we can call it a run because he hasn't done anything with it, but I like the new singles gimmick. I love that the Pope has to create nicknames with honest in the last part of it with everyone. It at least has to end with an S, if nothing else. We got the Leonidas, we got the modern day Adonis, we got, Pocahontas about to come in or something. I don't know. It's coming. It's coming soon. Watch. Brooke gonna come out there with some pigtails with a spray tan, and they're gonna be like Pope gonna be like the modern day Pocahontas, baby. Daddy. The modern day Pocahontas daddy. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. It's Pope. But this match was pretty good. I really like Matt Hardy. I I always have not liked Matt as much as Jeff. I don't know if I hated him, I think he might have been one of those guys I hated back in the day. But I I like Matt Hardy for some reason now. I don't know if it's like the underdog story or something, but I like him. Unless it's facing EC3, then no, no, no. But this match was good. Jesse was taking shoulder blocks like a man. John Cena couldn't come in there and hit him with a shoulder block. He would have just took it and flexed on him. Flex. Oh 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 oh. If you guys know that song, I love you. Uh, but this match was good. This match was really good. I like that Hardy. He's got his reversal game down. He got that right trigger on deck. He got enough stocks to make sure he don't run out. Shout out to Matt Hardy doing his thing. Jesse Gottis doing the same thing. And when Jesse Gottis gets in control, he has that power game. I kind of want to see him use some more agility with Jesse Gottis. I think I asked for this with everyone. I want them to use a little more agility with Big Show, but but still, I would like to see. I think Jesse could, he got some hops. I seen his drop kick. I seen it. He got some hops, so I know he can do a little bit of an elbow or something. All he gotta do is hit it real quick. Just hit it 2 times, bam, bam. Over. Something. Just give me something more of Jesse Gottis. I think TNA just needs to work on trying to get the fans behind these guys because never forget Hardy's revenge. And I think once they get the fans behind them, they'll be good. That's one of the things. One of the big differences between like NXT and Ring of Honor is once the fans get behind you, you're feeling good. You're feeling good, and it's a good thing. You got something to gravitate towards. Yes, kids.
So basically, what you want is everybody to do what Ryback did, get up on the top rope and fall similarly to a couch falling out of a third-story window. That's what you want. That's because that's basically the agility from a lot of guys.
Not everybody, but some people. Some people, they just need to get up there and they need to be like,
Like
and fall. Because Jesse, he got some agility. I think they can put some springboard, jumping knees or something, anything. He gonna springboard and then he gonna jump.
Maybe if he had a personality.
He has a great personality. I have seen it firsthand. Okay, I've seen it like secondhand because I seen it through the screen second. Anyway, I think this was a good match though. Nonetheless, this was a pretty good match. I liked it. Next we would get an interview with Dixie Carter. They were kind of previewing this throughout the entire night. One thing that was missing, she talked about, the year, how the year went. She talked about the World Title Series, and she talked about the fans in 2016, how it's going to be all about the fans in 2016. And she didn't mention the Pop TV deal, which was weird. That's true. She didn't, which was a staple of TNA this year. But she didn't mention the Pop TV deal, which I thought was weird. I thought that was the main purpose of the interview. And then they tricked me and they did me like that, and that's messed up. TNA, you didn't have to do me like that. And then we got a video package on the World Title Series, just kind of reviewing the entire World Title Series in its entirety. Casey, any thoughts on those things? And you can take Davey Richards versus Ethan Carter the third.
Sometimes when you form sentences, they don't form right, and it's comical. But I never tell you that because I want you to have good sense of self-esteem, and I just hopefully killed part of your self-esteem just a little bit.
Wait, that didn't make any sense though. So now you're being comical because it didn't make any sense in the first place. Well, you tried to make sense in the first place, and it didn't happen. So, bam.
Yeah, well, I got the Wolves Nation behind me. What do you got? A rich ant? A big gorilla? I forgot what the third.
Yes.
Rayon tan? Yeah. Is that what you got?
Yes. I do actually.
I mean, it looks good. I like it. You got it all. Anyway, we got that Davey Richards going in against that Ethan Carter the third because he's third place. He couldn't even even win the first. Nope, third. He's third. That's right. Uh,
My
yeah,
rich aunt gave me this.
he probably is worth $1. I mean, that's how much I'd pay to go see him. I mean, Davey Richards, on the other hand, I will pay a pretty penny to see that man.
That's less than $1.
Like, no, yeah, but it's pretty.
Just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's
it's,
more than $1.
it's pretty. It's worth more than $1. Dollars aren't pretty. They're green and stuff, which is my favorite color. But that's just coincidence. That is just coincidence. Anyway, I like this match. I was upset that it turned out that it was going to be EC3 versus Davey Richards, because then I knew my boy Davey was going to lose, and that upset me greatly. I mean, if you're going to have him, in the final 8, at least have him, win and go on, because he's one half of the Wolves, and the Wolves are awesome. Except when Andy Edwards breaks his heel, and it upsets me, and they have to give up the titles. And then a couple months later, Jeff Hardy breaks his leg, and yeah. So that happened. But the year in review again, they didn't talk about that in the interview either. So, but I honestly don't remember much about this match, so I'm kind of just winging it through this one because I didn't really watch it that much because I knew it was going to happen and it made me sad. But that Davey Richards, though.
Well then, Richards, he had that control game going. He had it going early.
I was watching Invasion 2001. That's what it was. I'm sorry.
He did. He goes for the suicide dive, but Tyrus, obviously got to get involved. This match was pretty good though. I liked it. I'm not gonna go through everything because it was a pretty good match. Obviously, Dave Richards and EC3. You put them in the ring together and you get at least some magic, right? At least a suicide dive or two. So, I thought this match was really good. EC3 even tried to outquick Richards at one point. EC3 going for that one-handed power bomb, but Richards tried to reverse it, but EC3 would turn that into a TKO, which was really nice. And then follow that up with the 1% to end up winning. EC3 advances because he's undefeated, unbeatable, unbreakable, undeniable, TNA world, soon to be world lightweight, heavyweight.
They don't have a lightweight champion anymore. That's not something that. No.
World heavyweight.
All right.
Champion. All right. So there we go. I'm kind of interested in these next couple of shows of TNA, especially how many weeks do we have till they come back? To the 5th happens. 1, 2, 3. They got 3 weeks before the 5th happen. The 5th happens, and I feel like I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the shows. Obviously, maybe they're gonna create some new feuds. I'm not sure what the first pay-per-view of the year is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be in January, but still, they haven't had an Impact themed pay-per-view in a minute. So I'm wondering if they're gonna have one of those in January or something. That would be cool. But yeah, TNA is pretty good this week. Although it was kind of predictable. Well, it was definitely predictable for me because I already knew the entire. I knew it, like in stone beforehand, and I didn't mean to know it in stone beforehand. So, I thought it was pretty good though. I definitely liked it. Guys, if you haven't already, subscribe, follow us on the Twitters. It's all in the below area. Even the button somewhere below the video somewhere. But Casey, any final thoughts? TNA, anything? Are you excited for TLC and stairs? TLC.
I'm excited for tables, ladders, chairs, stairs, dumpsters, El Torito, and all of that. I'm not excited for the next couple weeks of TNA because I feel like this is usually at the end of the year when they don't have anything else to do, so they just throw shows together, and usually most of it's crap. because they have nothing else to do. Um, but they do have I think Future Four against I forgot what team. They have two teams from the group stages going up against each other next week, which could be interesting. Just the fact that they all had matches against each other and now they're in a team and they are forced to team together. I feel like that'll bring up some kind of maybe interesting, storylines coming into 2016. That could possibly, if TNA books it right, but which 8 out of 10 times they don't. But there's those 2 times we have a chance that they might book something right. They might do it. Or we always have Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor never lets us down. Ring of Honor never lets us down. Ever. Ever.
Trying to pimp out his shirt. I see. But anyway, that is it. We got TLC coming for you very, very soon. Probably, most likely Sunday night, unless my network hates me or something. Never, never, guys, never, ever, ever. So
Ever again. Sorry.
we got TLC coming up. And
Tomorrow.
then obviously our regular videos, but TLC's the main TLC and Takeover coming up, so that'll be fun. I'm excited for this week. Should be a fun one. I get to sit on my butt for a little bit, which thank God. So we will see you guys later.
Oh,
Hope you
flippity
guys
dippity.
on the dippity flip and tease. We will see you guys later.